All right, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. We're going to give a breakdown on Casper, ticker symbol CSPR. This is one of my favorite tokens to trade, guys. It really follows and respects the technicals very well. I'm going to break down some of the key patterns and signals that I'm looking at, as well as go over some of the key levels I'm paying attention to right now as well. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. All right. And if you don't know, here recently, I was actually just diagnosed with Bell's palsy. So that's why only half of my this side of my face works. So, I'm not on drugs. Okay. I promise. I guess technically I am on some drugs, but they're prescribed to help out with the Bell's palsy. Okay. We're going to hop into it now. Now, here previously, okay, I just want to highlight that we had this very similar setup here, this triangle pattern forming. And the last time that we had that, we saw a nice breakout on Casper, right? And we were able to get that breakout on Casper, come up and hit some of our bullish price targets. And overall, this overhead supply zone, this is a supply zone is simply an area where there's an imbalance of sell orders. Okay, and that imbalance of sell orders is still pretty strong and relevant right now. As each time we've came into this area, we've pushed back down. Now we've done a really, really great job of respecting our demand zone. So let me go ahead and zoom into that so you guys can see. Very quickly, full disclaimer, guys. The content provided on this YouTube channel is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. I'm not a registered financial advisor or broker and do not make recommendations or offer advice on the buying or selling of any securities or investments. Trading in stocks, bonds, commodities, cryptocurrency, and day trading involves a significant risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Before making any investment decisions, it's important to consider your financial situation and investment objectives carefully. Read through the full disclaimer, and we're going to go ahead and break down the chart. Now, as you can see here, I mentioned that we've been respecting our demand zone very well. And this is the daily time frame. So all of these candlesticks, okay, if you take a look, the daily close or open has been right at the bottom of our demand zone. And we've had a few wicks down here below. Now, I've explained what this is. This is known as liquidity hunting, okay? And this is where, essentially your stop losses are being triggered. And those, stop losses being triggered, those sell orders, there's always someone on the other end buying, right? And so what's happening is they're triggering those stop losses as a way to grab liquidity. And you can see we've been consolidating here in our demand zone, and we actually just got a push up, okay? Now, one thing that we had previously in the chart was something known as bearish divergence. And take a look at these circles, right? You see how we have a high right here and then a higher high right up here, right? So obviously tokens in an uptrend making higher prices, right? Going higher. But if you look at your RSI, we have the exact opposite, which is known as a divergence, where we have a high and then a lower high. And so in this specific case, this would be a bearish divergence because the token's making higher highs, but the RSI is making lower highs. And it's an indicator that you could see some bearish activity. We were also in our major overhead supply zone, and we did see a pullback, okay? Now, I mentioned in a video after that, after we initially highlighted this, that if you wanted to be bullish, what you needed to see was a breakout retest and flip this from resistance to support, right? And once you do that, that's essentially showing that bulls are trying to take control right now at the moment. Okay. And I mentioned what you don't want to see is a look above and fail. And a reason a look above and fail is significant, which is what we got right here, where we broke out past the trend line, but ultimately failed to flip it to support. The reason that's significant is because, bulls are fully presented the opportunity here on the breakout, right? And so if bulls were really going to be in control and push things higher, they would have held that as a support level instead of, flipping that from resistance to now new support. But rather, we broke out, had a false breakout, look above and fail, and we came back down into our demand zone, started consolidating, and we're getting a little bit of a push up today. Casper's up about 6% roughly at the time of this recording. PCE did come out today. Inflation data does actually have a little bit of an effect on the cryptocurrency market. Usually bullish inflation data can sometimes lead to bullish, movements and activity in the cryptocurrency market, as crypto is generally considered a risk on asset. And, when you get the bullish inflation data, you tend to see the risk on assets go a little bit more bullish, right? Now, if you pay attention here recently, what we've done is we've actually gotten, remember how I said you're looking out for a breakout, retest, and push higher? That's exactly what we got here recently. We broke out above, we pulled back to it, and we're seeing a sharp move to the upside. Now, besides the RSI, you can also use the MACD to spot possible entries and exits. And if you take a look here, what we had, okay, was we had the red line here cross above the blue line, and that's going to be a bullish entry signal. Okay, it also works for exit signals as well, like over here when the red line crossed down below. See that happen at this point in time, and we saw a sharp move to the downside. Same thing over here where the red line crossed down below, got a sharp move to the downside, and it's happened time and time again. So the MACD and the RSI and combining them together is really, really useful, to help give you a little bit better understanding of some of the price action and some of the potential future movements. Now, what I want to go over next is actually going to be the major resistance levels right over here. These are your Fibonacci retracement levels, the 61.8, the 50%, and the 38.2, right? The reason that these are important is these are the three most common and well-respected retracement levels out of all the other retracement levels. Quick word from today's sponsors, guys. We're going to talk about the Tangem wallet, the Tangem cold storage wallet. What is Tangem? Okay, Tangem crypto wallet is a card-shaped device with an embedded microchip. The card wallet is activated with NFC. Okay, it's a cold multi-currency crypto wallet that supports over 2,000 coins and tokens. It is a safe, reliable, user-friendly, and functional solution designed by a Swiss cold wallet provider. It looks like a regular credit card and it functions without any batteries, wires, and connectors. Tangem does not support the idea of seed phrases as it is risky to store the backup on a piece of paper. Instead, Tangem is sold of packs of 2 or 3 cards, and the additional cards are used for key backup. Now, all you guys have to do is download the app on the Google Play Store, on the Apple App Store, use the code Zackley, all capital, like Zackley Trades, okay, and you guys can get yourself a discount on your Tangem wallets. All right, now I personally use these. I think that it's very important to take your money off of the crypto exchanges. We've all seen how terrible things went with exchanges like FTX, as well as many other, and a lot of people lost a lot of their money. So make sure to remember, if it's not your keys, not your crypto, you can use some of these exchanges, okay, to purchase cryptocurrency. And I've turned down sponsorships from people like Gate.io and other exchanges, and I'm only trying to take sponsors from things that I personally would use and am using, and things that I think are safe and smart for the viewers. So if you take a look at the competitive analysis, okay, the Tangem wallet, the setup time is 1 to 3 minutes. Guys, it literally took me 2 minutes to set up my Tangem wallet and account. Other hardware wallets take around 20 minutes. There's no battery, so you don't have to worry about it dying, losing a cord, losing a charger. There's many features, all right, that you guys can go into and dive a little bit more on, but it's super easy to use. All you have to do is scan and activate and set up the password, and you can start making transactions right away. Now, it's bringing crypto to the world, all right, and it's bringing them together, all right. They've already sold over 500,000 cards. They have satisfied customers in over 170 countries, and it doesn't stop there. It's DeFi compatible, guys. And I love DeFi, right? So you can exchange, buy NFTs, make loans and deposits in more than 100 decentralized applications with the help of Wallet Connect. Now, it also supports over 2,700 cryptocurrencies, and they're constantly developing and adding more to that list. So, even if you don't see your favorite altcoin on there, the selection is huge. And as I mentioned before, you got to keep your cryptocurrency safe. You have to take it off these exchanges and put it in some type of wallet that you guys trust and secure, that's not on the exchange. Now, you have the Wallet Connect support that I mentioned, right? Which is an open source protocol for connecting decentralized apps to mobile wallets with QR code scanning or deep linking. This allows you to use for NFT minting and trading, decentralized token swapping, cross-chain token bridging, borrowing and lending, insuring. This thing is also waterproof, guys. You can drop it in the water. You can completely submerge it in a glass of water. You can freeze it. This thing is weatherproof completely, guys. It's heat resistant as well. Okay. And it's so cool, guys. I mean, it literally just looks awesome, guys. It's so much cooler looking than having some, micro USB chip. And if you're one of those guys that's walking around with, your cold storage wallet hanging off a keychain, or hanging off your backpack or something like that, typically other people who use cryptocurrency, they're gonna know what that is. And they may have some bad intentions, guys. So, be conspicuous. This thing slides right into your wallet. You can store your backup cards somewhere safe as well. I recommend storing them separate. All right, so that way they're not all connected. That way, if you forget where you put your backup cards, you still have another backup option. So that's today's sponsor, the Tangent Wallet. Okay, download the app on the Google App Store or the Apple App Store. Use code Zackley, all capital letters like the channel name Zackley Trades, and you guys can get a discount on your Tangent cold storage wallet. The fibs, these are going to help you identify trend continuation versus trend reversals, because nothing moves in a straight line down or in a straight line up. Rather, you have your swing high up here, your swing low right here. We have this move down, and now we're in healthy retracement territory. And unless we break through these levels, there is the possibility we could continue the downtrend and break through our demand zone and head to a previous demand zone down below. All right, so that's what the trend continuation would look like in the case of this recent downtrend and healthy retracement. But just because you're in healthy retracement territory doesn't mean you can't get a reversal. You can also use these levels to spot potential reversals. So if you move down, retrace, and consolidate at these levels and break through, then that's how you could spot a potential reversal. So if we're able to break above our key levels, right? And so overhead right now, we're battling 0.03961 and 0.04125. Those are going to be our major areas of resistance, where all of that, even if we retrace all the way up there, is still in healthy retracement territory to possibly continue a downtrend. But if we're able to come up to these levels, consolidate, and break through, that's when we have the chance of coming back and retesting our overhead supply zone at 0.04470 and 0.04825. Now, if we're able to break out above there, we do have some other bullish price targets, okay, of 0.05721, but there's a lot of work to be done before we get to that point. Now, one thing that I want to warn everybody of, and I want everyone to be cautious of, is there is the possibility we could be setting up a head and shoulders pattern. We have a left shoulder right here, we have a head, and we have a right shoulder trying to form. So if we end up rejecting our major retracement levels and continuing the downtrend, there is a strong chance that we could see this head and shoulders play out that would take us, as I mentioned before, back to our previous demand zone down below, which is anywhere from about 0.025 all the way up to about 0.027. So you need to be cautious. You need to be prepared of some of these, in the key levels, right? Essentially, this is going to be our neckline for the head and shoulders. So if we were to come down and reject our major retracement levels and then break through this neckline here, that's most likely when we would see the rest of the move to the downside. So stay aware of that. Okay, we are getting some bullish signals. We had the MACD right here. We had the RSI. But we know our major resistance levels. We know that we need to absolutely break above these to have any chance of heading higher. Otherwise, all of this is healthy retracement territory, and we possibly could head back down if this is just a short-term rally and a short-term retracement. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, I do these viewer requests every week. So if you want to see your token, your crypto in the next video, all you got to do is comment down below. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Shout out to today's sponsor, the Tangent Wallets. Okay, make sure to download the apps. All right, purchase your Tangent Wallets. You can get 2 or 3, and use code Zackley, like the channel name Zackley Trades, and you guys can get yourself a discount on your membership.